So welcome back, guys. It has been a while since I've done a video of this type. This is going to be kind of a somewhat collections video. As most of you guys know, I own a game store with my wife from the previous videos that I've done. And I've traded in quite a bit of stuff. Well, I do take stuff back with me when I trade in a ton of stuff. Maybe it's 20 to 1. I trade 20 things in and get 1 to 2 things back. But that is fine because I'm getting stuff that I really want. And as most of you know, I collect RPGs and play RPGs with a little smattering of open world survival games I like as well. So without further ado, I'm going to show you the stuff that I got because I own a game store. It's kind of cool, some stuff that I've been looking for a long time. This also includes some of the stuff that when we were setting at the flea market, because we still were a business when we were at the flea market. So I'm including some of that stuff as well. First, we're going to start with the Atari 2600. There were a few other ones, but I figured this was probably one of the better ones that I was able to add to my collection. This is Crazy Climber. Very happy to add this. This is a $50 to $60 game, and one I did not have in my collection. I'm approaching 350 games in my Atari 2600 collection, so it's getting harder and harder to find things that I can add to my collection. So when something like that comes in, it's always really nice. Now we're going to do some PS1 games. A couple of really good ones. I own the first game in this series. When this one came in, I think we were at the flea market, had to grab it, especially since it was in complete in box and in such amazing shape. That is Parasite Eve 2. Again, it is complete. Again, happy to add this one to my collection. A really kind of, I don't know, survival or horror RPG. Someday, hopefully I'll get a chance to play the 2 that came out. Fortunately, there were no other ones as far as I know. Again, someday maybe I'll get to play this one. Then this one caused a little bit of a stir because I included this as my most disappointing game ever. It's not a bad game, again, as I keep saying. It was just I was expecting a Final Fantasy VII like game, and I got something that was kind of just average. Again, this is a game, since I've got it now in my collection, I am going to go back and play it. That is Beyond the Beyond. And again, as well, it is complete. And this was a doozy that I was able to add in my collection. I think I traded in Metal Marines. I think it was Metal Mutants, Metal something for the Super Nintendo, the $150 to $200 game. I got this one in its place. It is missing the manual. Someday I'll go back and get the manual for it, but at least I got the disc for it. That is Suikoden 2. I printed some artwork for it just so I'd have something to cover the front of it. But again, the disc's in really good shape, and it's really nice to be able to add this one into my collection because I think that was the only one that I was missing from 1 to 5 and Tactics for the PS2. Now we've got some PS3 games. Another one that I was really happy to get. I didn't have to go to GameStop and pay full retail for it. Persona 5. Again, I've got all the other Persona games. Again, someday I hope I can start this series. Maybe at some point when we start streaming again, I can start streaming some of these pretty cool JRPGs that I've added to my collection. Then these were 2 games that have come in multiple times for the PS3. Just never added them to my collection. I finally pulled the trigger and grabbed both of them. That is Kingdom Hearts 1.5 and Kingdom Hearts 2.5 Remix. Both for the PS3. Again, this is a really great series with 3 right around the corner. I'd like to go back and finish these. I think I did complete 1, but I never completed 2. And there was a couple side story games as well, like for the DS that came out. Again, a really nice series. Really good action RPG. Now we have got some PS2 games. This one, yes, it's a fishing game, but it's made by Natsume, the people that make Harvest Moon. Kind of happy to add this one. This is one I've been looking for, and finally it came in the store. That is River King, A Wonderful Journey. And again, it is complete as well. Don't know much about it. I just know it's a Natsume game, and I wanted to definitely add it to my collection. Then we got one that is a driving game, but it is very RPG-like. That is Koro Q. Again, for the PS2. They made quite a few of these in Japan, but they didn't release many in America. So this is, again, one that I wanted to grab because it's an Atlas title as well. I think it's pretty cool. Someday, again, I'll get a chance to play it. And then the last PS2 game is Atelier Iris 2. I've got the first one, but when this came in, was not going to let this one escape. Again, it's complete as well. Again, not a series I know a lot about. I know it's from NIS America. They make some pretty cool strategy RPGs as well. So this may be one in the future you can expect to see a stream on. Now we've got a few PC games. Yeah, I know PC, but this is one I have been looking for. When it originally came out, I wanted to get, never got a chance to get it, and when it came in the store, I was not going to pass it up. It's definitely my favorite real-time strategy series. This is Command & Conquer: The First Decade. It's got tons of games in it, in this collection, and I was even able to get it to start working on my Windows 10 machine, which is nice with a few patches. It's got, I know it's got the Tiberian Sun, the Red Alert General series, the original Command & Conquer 1 and 2 as well. Again, a lot of games, a lot of amazing real-time strategy games. If you guys have never played this, if you can get them working on your more modern machines, or if you've got an older Windows 95, 98, or XP machine, definitely check these out. And this is a series I haven't really dabbled a lot in, but when this expansion came in, I had to grab the original game. That is Sims 3. Got a serial number for it at home, so I was able to just get a disc-only copy. This is Sims 3 Supernatural. This is why I wanted to play it, because you've got werewolves, ghouls, zombies, witches, vampires, all kinds of cool little things in there. Again, I've installed it and played it for a little bit, but maybe at some point I can do a little stream on this as well. This is a doozy as well. I do not own a Switch, so I could not play this game on the Switch, but I do have a Wii U. This is a sealed copy. As you can see, it's still sealed. I haven't opened it up yet. At some point, I will open up and play it. We had one of our customers come in and bring their Switch in, and I was able to play it for a good 3 hours. He just left it here and let me play it, which was really cool. That is Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild. I know this game is amazing, and with a little bit, a few hours that I was able to play it, it was so much fun. It plays almost kind of like a Skyrim game with how it's open world, where you can pretty much go anywhere you want. Doesn't mean you're going to survive, but you can go there. Really happy to add this to my collection. And then finally, we've got just a few upgrades, meaning that the game was either loose and I got a complete in-box copy in, or it was just a game that was in better shape. First up is a Sega Saturn game. My copy was loose. We got the copy in that was complete. The disc was cracked, but it did work, so I just sold that way down in price, like super discounted, down to like a third of the price, with a loose DVD cover art and case on it. Then I took the original case with manual, and it even has the styrofoam in here. And that game, of course, is Panzer Dragoon. Another pretty cool series. RPG, of course, Panzer Dragoon Saga is the one that everybody wants, and it's super expensive. I already had that. Still got to get a complete box copy of the second one for my collection. Then the last two games are N64 games. Both RPGs, not many RPGs for the N64. Both of these games I had loose copies of, so I traded those in and got 2 complete in box copies. First, we got Quest 64. Again, it's not a great game, but it is an RPG, so I definitely wanted to add it to my collection. And we have Aiden Chronicles: The First Mage. Again, another complete in box copy. I've got protectors on these so they don't get damaged. So guys, that is everything so far that I've been able to get from the game store when I've traded stuff in. So it's pretty cool to be able to have a game store. Yes, we're struggling a little bit right now. Hopefully once the fall hits and it cools down in Florida, we'll have more people coming in. So guys, again, thanks for watching.